So England's Under-20 Championship ends in amazing disappointment. An epic performance, it has to be said, from Wales, 23-13. That's going to be inspiration for the senior team maybe. Just amazing performance from Wales, and England just didn't execute. And we'll go through the game a bit and we'll talk about England's top 10 players, the ones that are most likely to go on and represent the seniors. But certainly they didn't perform in this game. But that's sport for you. You've got to take the chances, and England just didn't take the chance. And no, I'm very disappointed. I invested a lot in this Under-20s Championship, emotionally with the interviews, going to watch the games live. I knew they were a good team. They beat Ireland, they beat France, but then up against the Welsh in their own backyard, they couldn't perform. So desperately disappointing for them and England fans. Wales clearly had a game plan to tackle low, and it didn't work to start with, but then they put loads of pressure on, chopped the English down, forced the mistakes, got the counter-rucks. Really impressive defence, and that's what won the game for Wales against Ireland. So amazing defence for sure. But the first try for England was pretty amazing. The pace that Kepu Tuipulotu, the hooker, came onto the ball was phenomenal. And the flick to his fellow front rower, McEachran, was brilliant. So it was 0-7, and England could have got 2 or 3 tries in that opening 20 minutes. They were looking incredibly powerful. The scrum was just going backwards for Wales as McEachran and Raymond and Kepu Tuipulotu were piling the Welsh scrum, and it was looking like it could be a comfortable win or going to a comfortable lead. But then Wales come back into it, led by their hooker, Harry Thomas, who's an absolute tackling demon. The ones that caught the eye for me were Harry Thomas, the hooker, Harry Beddle, the captain, the 7. He was amazing. And also I thought the winger, Harry Rees-Weldon, had kind of George North vibes about him. So there's some serious talent there. But then the breakthrough moment in the game on 31 minutes is a nice chip in behind. There's loads of space in behind the English backline, and the English backline didn't fire in this game. It's lovely for the flying centre, Stefan Emmanuel, and he was very impressive as well, to get the game tied up at 30-0. That's half time, and Wales just keep going. Hansen puts his box kick out on the full for England. He gets taken off soon after that. And the fly half for Wales Wild forces a big wide pass to that big man Rees-Weldon for another try. Brilliant finish in the corner, 20-13. England are really struggling to make the final pass. Loads of mistakes. I think it was up to something like 15 handling errors, something like that. They can't get their danger man Jack Bracken onto the ball, and it's all going wrong for England. They just haven't performed. And I also think it has to be said that the game was not reffed well by Griffin Colby from South Africa. It was kind of all over the place, not giving decisions for Wales and the Jackal when England were holding on, taking forever to give decisions, talking in a half-sleep mode, and it just ends in a bit of a scuffle at the end. Just a complete mess, but Wales 100% deserved the win, 23-13. That's how you rain on England's parade. In England, they don't get the title either because France have won and they lose the whole thing. But that is sport, and you learn from your mistakes. But Wales, one to be proud of there, one for the history books. So finally, let's finish with these top 10 under-20s for England, the ones I think are most likely to play for the seniors. We got all-rounder centre Angus Hall, Jack Bracken, who had been leading the competition in metres gained and clean breaks but couldn't get it going in that final game. Lucas Friday, son of Mike Friday, has been looking really good at scrum half, but he got injured earlier in the tournament. Then we've got the 3 second rows in there, Tom Burrow, Sadecki and Kapoko, all absolute beasts. Burrow's going to grow into his body, I'm sure, and become very good. Kane James has been absolutely everywhere, action-packed back row, and he was desperately trying to make it happen in that game against Wales, but the final passes for England weren't sticking. England could definitely have done with Vilakesa Sella, or Billy Sella as he's known, but he wasn't involved. He was with Bath, I think, but they're not playing him in the Premiership final, so I'm not sure why he wasn't there. But I know why Henry Pollock, the number 1, wasn't there, because he is playing for England tomorrow. And Kepu Tuipulotu is an absolute beast of a hooker. One that got away from Wales, grew up in the Welsh system, now in the English system. He is going to play for England at some point, I'm sure. He was an absolute bulldozer of a carrier. His lineouts look good. He's going to play for England. Pollock is playing for England tomorrow. Kapoko, Sella, Sadecki, I think a lot of these guys will play for England, but that was a disappointing end to their campaign. So let me know what you thought of it. Who would be your top 10? All those comments below, and I'll catch you next time.